You'll never have to try to pronounce the letter L harder than when you go into a Menards or Lowe's and ask someone where the caulking is. I've done caulking for 9 years total construction. There's a lot of puns out there when it comes to caulking. A lot of dirty ones. I won't repeat them. So what I did today, has anybody ever had to redo their kitchen sink, bathroom sink, anything like that where they need to reseal the sink? Caulking has been around since medieval times. They actually used to seal ships with asphalt that they found in Trinidad. They'd travel there, any repairs needed to be done, they would seal their ship. So what I did last night is I redid my wife's bathroom sink. Some materials that you'll need to use. So you obviously need your caulking. For sinks, anything bathroom related, you will need a silicone grade because anything submerged in water, there are different types, but silicone will be the best one to use. You'll need your caulking gun. I use a flat scraper. I also do have some specialty tools, but you can use your finger or anything that you can try and create a smooth line with. Mineral spirits, you can use paint thinner as well. It's basically to clean and create a clean surface, and paper towels, obviously to clean up your mess. I made one last night, my wife wasn't happy. So step one, you're going to want to remove any old caulking that you have. Luckily there wasn't a lot, but what I did is I was able to get the scraper underneath the edge. You just work your way around, start at a flat angle because if you go too steep, you're going to cut into your counter and it will cause deeper issues than what you started with. Once you work your way around the sink on the edge, you can go to the top and just follow the same thing around the edge. Here you can see removing the old caulking, it literally just pulls right up. From there, there's a picture of all the old caulking, and you can see the space between the sink. Obviously, if I were to leave it like that, water would get in there, swell up the wood, and we'd have to replace the counter as well. If you want to clean the area, just take some mineral spirits on a paper towel, wipe around the edge. I took another towel after that to dry it, just to make sure we had a clean, dry surface. You never want to put caulking on a wet surface, as it won't stay, and it'll just come right out. Next, you want to cut the tip of your caulking. I always prefer, I always did this when I was doing it professionally, you always cut it at an angle, you never cut it straight. At an angle, you have more options as far as moving your gun around. Also, one thing people don't realize, on the end of most caulking guns that you buy at Menards or Lowe's, there's this handy dandy little poker on the end. Some people think it's a guide to help smooth lines. It's actually to open up the tube of caulking. There is a piece of tin foil in there, and you just stuff it in there, jab it around a few times, and it does open up. For loading your caulking tube into the gun, pretty simple. You just pull it back and just start it back, slide it in. Very simple, really easy to do. We have the caulking gun loaded. It does take a little bit to prime, so you'd have to sit here and squeeze the gun back and forth until it starts to ooze out. I decided not to do it in here because it does have a very strong odor, so I decided to spare you guys. Nice one here. So what you want to do is on your surface, you always want to try and hold your gun at a 45-degree angle. That's why you cut the tip. You can put it so that the tip touches both surfaces at the same time. Once the caulk starts coming out, you'll have a little, just go until the seam fills up. You'll notice it because in front of your tip, you'll have a little bit of a ball, almost like welding. Once you start moving, that will just follow right along with you. And you can see it kind of creates a nice semi-clean bead around the sink. Here, once you get all the way around the sink, with my specialty tools, you can get these, you can buy these at Lowe's and Menards as well. We call it back scraping. So basically you would put your tip in here like this, and basically go backwards against where you're on a tool. You'll get a bunch on the end of your knife. As you go, you don't want to get it too big, you want to wipe that off. That's where the paper towels come in handy. So now once you have it all back scraped, you want to go basically the other direction. So you want to put your tooling knife in at a flat angle. Hope everyone can see. And as you go, the caulking will drag along with you and fill in any voids. If you have a low spot, what you can do is you can angle your knife up and it will basically dig some of the over caulking into that spot. And again, just work your way around. And once you get done, you can see ridges on some of the slides here. That's just excess. Again, take your flat scraper and just slowly take your time and clean up any edging. Here's a before, so that was after I pumped in the caulking. You can see it's got a lot of bumps and ridges and everything like that. I've seen a lot of that. Some places they don't mind it, but as a guy who did it for 9 years, I do like the nice clean look of it after. So, and that's it. Hopefully now, you guys have a general idea. If you wanted to look at the example I have here, I can pass it around as well. This was just another neat idea. That would be handy.